going on with y'all today? I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make dark melodies for artists such as Nardo Wick, Moneybag Yo, Lil Baby, ESTG, and 42 Doug. That being said, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and join my Discord. With that being said, let's get right into it. So what y'all already heard, we already started with a bell. So this is what it sounds like with the MIDI by itself. And that's it. It just repeats itself over and over. Like, that's all you really need. So for the mixer, all I did was put for the bell was just an EQ, lowering the mids, and a couple of the low mids, the portal, with the Ducks and Drake's preset, a halftime, just putting it on one bar and then dropping it to 30%, a Valhalla, and all I do is drop the mix to 65% and raise the low cut up to 530, and then a Valhalla with a Valhalla delay. But just nothing touched, just the mixer bus right here. And all I did was for the second half of this, I put the portal and I just turned it off just so I could add some variation to it, because I didn't want it too repetitive, but I just wanted it, you know what I'm saying, just to be hard. Next, what we did was add a little pad right here, and the pad's from Analog Lab 5. It's the Explain Bank. And all I did was just basically copy and paste the bell, but I just extended it, as you can tell. This is what it sounds like. And yeah, all I put on the mixer track for that was just a tremulator, just to make it go like woo 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 woo, you know. And then a Valhalla vintage verb with low cut of 580. The mix turned down to 61%. And then next what we did was add a Valhalla delay again. Didn't touch anything. I just lowered the mix. Next I went into Omnisphere and went into the cinematic piano, and then lowered the reverb. And that was it. And I just put it for the piano bass, and this is what the piano bass sounds like. And yeah, that's it. And then what I did was just export this as a starter, and then I sent it over to Tej, and he's gonna explain what he did right here.
What's good with y'all, man? My name is Tej, also known as Beats by Tej, and I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to hop into what I added to the starter that Zave sent me. So once I got the audio file from Zave, I put it into my arrangement. I set my project tempo to 159, and I went into the audio file settings. I turned the pitch up by 300 cents, or 3 half steps. So the key of the finished sample is in E minor. And before I break anything down, I'll show y'all a preview of the finished sample. So the first sound that I added was a sub bass, which is the Mercenary sub bass from the Astral Bank in Analog Lab. And I went in and put this pretty straightforward sub bass pattern. And once I had the sub bass down, I went into Omnisphere and I got this choir preset. This is the most complicated pattern that I put in. It's mostly using just triads copied up by 1 octave. So for the first triad that I'm using, it's the E minor triad. So it's just E, G, and B, and then that copied up by 1 octave. For the remaining ones, it's the B major triad, so B, E, and G. Once again, that's copied up. And then for the following one, it's the same triad, but with G moved down 1 half step to F sharp. For the third measure, I put in a simpler one, just using B and E. And then I just took these same notes and copied them over and just switched the order of them. And once I had the first 4 measures, I just copied that over for the full 8. And for effects on that, I put on some fruity reverb. I believe this is on the venue preset, and I left pretty much everything the same, except I turned the decay down a little bit. And after I had the choir down, I opened up Contact. I went to the Orchestra Complete Bank, and I got this legato violin preset. I put in this pretty simple violin pattern just to round out the rest of the loop. After I had all my melody sounds done, I rendered each of them out as audio clips and arranged the rest of the loop. I rendered the whole loop out and sent it back to Zave.
So once Tej finished that starter and he sent it back, what I did was just make it into a beat. So this is what the beat sounds like.
Yeah, this a hit right here, Zay.
Yeah, then it just loops over and over again. Now I'm gonna break down the drums. So what I do is just start with a simple clap. All I do is just have this high snare layered clap, and it sounds like this. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular bass clap. But all I did was just to change it up was just add this clap right here. Nothing crazy. Next then was the 808, and with the 808. You know what I'm saying? I just put it at D sharp, just follow the bass notes, and then cut it down right here to make sure that it's on the hold so that it could just automatically cut. And then this is what the 808 sounds like. My dark beats, I like to make sure the 808 is cut really short, just like this. And then what I did was just add a couple cuts right here, and then jumping the octave a little bit, just so it could add a little bit more bounce to it. And then it's nothing too crazy. I just really liked it right here too on the F. When all I did was just go like have it right here as a little quarter note, and then all I did was press Alt U to chop it up, and then I put it to this little 2 right here, and then just. Next with the hi-hats, and the hi-hats weren't that complex, it's just a lot of rolls. So this is what it sounds like. Yeah, all I did was going into a 2-step, and then I went into the little brush tool right here, the little magnet tool, and then I went into the 1/4 step, and then all I did was just just start dragging stuff in until it sounded good to me. So like for this example, all I did was just go like this, and just hold shift and drag my brush, and then it went into then it just started creating rolls. For these hi-hat rolls, you don't really want to go too crazy with it because you really just want it to fit the sound, because you still need room for the artist to rap on. But let it breathe. Next was a little backup snare, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I just followed, just like right here, if you could tell, like where I'm clicking. I don't really know how to explain that part. But I just made sure it just was catchy with the snare. And the only thing that I changed about it was just these little rolls right here at the end, because personally I like doing that. And then over here as well, again, just to create a little bit more bounce. And then lastly, all I did was just add an open hat, following each time the 808 hit. And yeah, that's all I really did for the drums. And when you have it all together, it sounds like this. One more thing I forgot to mention is for these type of beats, what I like doing, I'm not saying you have to, I just personally like doing it. I like to cut out a lot of the drums, a lot, like this, for example, just to make it have like some, I want to say depth, just so it could give it some excitement. And so yeah, that's what I like to do for a lot of these dark beats. I like to just make sure that it cuts out a lot. And yeah, that's the whole beat, that's the whole loop, that's the whole beat from scratch. I hope y'all did enjoy. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm trying to really come back with these tutorials. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Make sure y'all join the Discord. Make sure y'all cop the loop kits. I'm working on analog banks and shit. I'm working on everything. So yeah, I hope y'all. So anyway, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And with that being said, I'll see y'all later.